Hi guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How are you guys? Well, this is a bonus video for you guys. I was going to show you how I get ready to film my videos, how I break down my folders and get them all ready to see if you guys film the same way or if y'all film differently. So this is how I start when I start to film. My desk is a mess because I've used it all week long, right guys? So the first thing I do is move everything on the desk or the table next to me. I take everything off, all my junk. I feel really weird. You guys are kind of far away today. You're way up there because I wanted y'all to see my whole desk. Got my breakfast muffin I was eating and my coffee. Okay. And over here on the other side, I got my folders. Oops, and my candles. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to move my candles. I don't want to break them. Okay. And then my desk is filthy because during the week, there's sand all over it because the cats, cats get up here all week long. So I take a wipey right before I film. And I clean off my whole table. So that it's nice and clean for you guys. I guess I will move my candles over here since I'm cleaning. Let's do it right. Okay. Alright, it's filthy. I usually get up to throw it away, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of the video. And then I wait a few minutes for it to dry. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Hope y'all are doing well. And y'all don't find my video boring today. If you're here for a budget video, this is not a budget video. It's just a little bonus. So if you're here just for the budget, you might want to click out. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Okay. It's a little bit dry, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pretend like I'm in my high priority binder today. Probably can lower y'all back down a little bit here. I feel weird with y'all so high I can't talk to you. Okay. So what I do first is I go through here to see if I have any extra money during the week. If my husband gives me $1 or the leftover money from my wallet or whatever, I'll go ahead and stick it somewhere, where it needs to go. I have $2 here so that when I get to this folder I can put a 5 and a 5, So first thing I do is go through and see what I have. Okay, such as this week I have $4 I'll put here. I go through to see if I have any extra money I've put in here during the week so I can kind of budget that. Okay, so I have a little bit. Sometimes I have nothing. And then next I do a dry count. That's what I call it. I just kind of count in my mind to see if my $100 budget is going to work or if I need 120 or 140. Or you guys know sometimes I have 60, right? I just kind of dry go through it to count. In my head I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. So that's if I only have a $100 budget. If I have a little more, I go, 105 or 110 or 120. So that should cover it. My budget of $100 should cover, or 120 should cover this week. So that is my second thing I do. And then on Friday, I'll go to the bank and I'll get my $100 out. Our bank does not give 10s or 5s. We don't have a teller that we can talk to. Now, if we push this button, we can talk to someone. They're not in our bank. They're like really far away. They can spit out $50 bills, which I do that sometimes to condense with. I would love hundreds, but if you want hundreds or 10s or 5s, you have to go inside. Or 1s, you have to go inside. We don't have any teller we can talk to anymore. And I thought all banks are going to that, which I hate because, you know, I might like small bills. You guys send in those little pieces of paper that has your breakdown on it. I can't do that, and I have nowhere to send it to. So when I get my 20s, I come home and I need smaller. My cat is picking on our cat tree right now. You guys probably can hear it. Sorry about that. I need smaller bills. So what I do is I just condense in my own folders. I go through them while I'm watching a YouTube video or whatever. And I'll condense, you know, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I'll take that out and put a 20 in. So I condense through with my own folders every week before I start filming. That will be Friday. The first couple things I do like throughout the week. On Friday when I sit down to film, or Thursday, I'll sit down and break down my money. And then next, I go through my envelopes and I'll place the money in front. Like I'll put a $5 bill here, a 5 here, the 10 here, or I mean a 5 here, the 10 or 20 here. I go ahead and place them so that I'll kind of visually see what each folder is getting and if I have enough, right? If I've spread it out correctly, if I've done it correctly. Okay, and then next is writing it down. I take my little notes folder here. This is my old folder. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna get me a brand new one. I've been cash stuffing for 2 years online with you guys, so it's getting full. It's getting full, but for instance, I'll just use this one. Then I put it beside me and I go through each one and I write down. So this would be 2 5s and 2 1s, that's $12. So I'll write yearly 12. I usually write this first so it's neat and then I do this next. Yearly 12, Jet Snowball 5. I have 5 for my month ahead. I do that all the way down and I write it down. And sometimes I'll take my calculator and add it up to make sure it hits right. Alright, that is the next step. And then I have my cash tray, which I have been missing my cash tray. I don't know where it's gone. It got knocked off. The cat's, my big fat king cat, that yellow cat y'all saw, he likes to sit up here and he's so big he spreads out and he knocked it off. And it broke the corner a couple times. So I went and I washed it. It was all hairy. And I put it in our sink tray. And then I haven't seen it then. I don't know where it went. I think my son might have thrown it away when he was deep cleaning for me. I ain't got no more cash tray. I got to order me one or find me one. Okay, so next thing I do is my cash tray. The way I line it up is like this. And then when I get to the next one, I'll put it, if I have a 1, which I do, I'll put it behind there. Because I want them to still go in order the way that I have them. Because sometimes I have nicer bills that I want for nicer challenges. I know that's a little OCD, but that's the way I do it. I do them behind each one so that when I pull them to stuff for you guys, the right one goes in the right folder. If y'all understand what I'm saying. Okay. And then next I'll go through with my pen bag here. My pens. And I'll get the colors I need. I'm doing red and blue for this one. I'll go through my pens and I'll go ahead and have them out and prepared. That also kind of gives me a visual as I go, because once I use them I throw them back in the bag. It helps me visually kind of see where I'm at mentally in the folders so I don't mess up with you guys. Like this one would be orange and yellow. And if I have any that are scratch offs, I'll go get me a penny and prepare it here. So then as I'm going through, once I do my yellow and my blue, I can throw them in here and I'll know they're kind of in order, you know. It kind of helps me mentally keep up with how many I have left, how many folders I have left. It just helps me mentally keep up with it as I'm talking to you guys so I don't mess up. As y'all know, I often mess up. So that's what I do. And that's it. At that point, I have my money out. And this is clean. I close it up. I'll neaten up my desk a little bit by moving everything. And I'll put out whatever decorations I may have or candle I want to light. And then I try to start filming before my kiddos get up and bother me or my dog barks or whatever. And that's it. That's a crazy video, I know. It's short and it's a little rambly. But that's how I prepare. So let me know below how you prepare. Is it similar to me? Do you go through there and kind of dry count and put your money to make sure you have it all? Are y'all just smart enough to write it all down and make it turn out to zero? I can't do that. Some people I think are that smart. I always wonder that when I'm watching videos and they do a zero-based budget. How do they do that? I mess up all the time. Let me know at the bottom, is your the way you get ready similar to me or different? I would love to know. Thank y'all for joining me for this little bonus. I hope it was interesting to let y'all see behind the scenes how I get prepared every week. And I'll see you guys on Friday, okay? Bye-bye, guys.